Carl Jung said it so beautifully. True loneliness is not what you feel when you are away from people, but what you feel when you cannot hear your own voice, even in the middle of a crowd. Can I tell you something? I've always been drawn to people who sit alone, away from the crowd, in gatherings. I remember we had a teacher after the lecture. He would go and sit all by himself, in a corner, very peacefully. No phone in his hand, nothing to distract him. He would just sit there, as if he was having a conversation with himself, in the world of his own thoughts. Back then I was so surprised, because all the other teachers would be sitting together, gossiping and laughing. But he was different. It wasn't that he was rude or angry with anyone. He had great manners. Everyone respected him. But he was not normal, and that personality pulled me toward him. Because human nature is like this. Whatever is different from normal automatically attracts you. I used to wonder, why doesn't he get bored? Why doesn't the silence break him? I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. He wasn't afraid of solitude. He lived in it. But if I talk about myself, I was the complete opposite of that teacher. For the first 17 years of my life, I spent it all running away from loneliness. Whenever I was alone, I would panic. I could never embrace the shadow within me. In gatherings, I was scared of staying quiet. I thought, what will people think if I stay silent? What if they think I'm boring? So I just kept talking. Only so I would feel like I belonged. I exhausted myself so much that I lost my real self. That fear, no one will like me if I'm alone, was the biggest prison of my life. Don't you do the same? Haven't you ever forced a laugh in a gathering, just so people would think you're normal? That fake happiness, that mask, it kills you. From the inside, I was doing the exact same thing, just for social acceptance. Then a time came in life when I cut myself off from everyone. Life itself pushed me back. Very few people were left in my life. I stopped going to gatherings, stopped attending parties. Solitude became my fate. And you know what? The first days were painful. I felt like I was dying. Checking my phone again and again. Did anyone text? Did anyone remember me? That anxiety, that loneliness was eating me alive. But then one day, I started talking to myself. The kind of talks I could never have with others. I asked myself, who are you? What do you like? What hurts you from the inside? And trust me, the answers were so painful that I couldn't sleep at night. But those same answers made me aware of myself. One day in silence, I felt it. For the first time, my own company is 1,000 times better than all that noise. I started spending time with myself. I learned to look at myself in the mirror. Have you ever looked into your own eyes in the mirror and asked, what do you want? When I did that, the masks I wore for the world fell off. Today I don't care if people talk to me or leave me. Why? Because I am complete with myself. When you know yourself, you don't need anyone. Many people have knowledge of the world, degrees, but they don't have knowledge of self. They are empty. I decided before knowledge, self-discovery is necessary. It's in solitude that you see the dark faces of society. You understand who truly wishes you well and who is just hungry for your time. When you're alone, your human filter turns on. People come and go, but in the end, only your own self remains with you. So why are we afraid? Are you doing what I did for 17 years? Here I'm reminded of what Arthur Schopenhauer said. The more intelligent a person is, the more he loves solitude. It's not arrogance, it's a sign of intelligence. Psychology says a person who cannot bear himself alone will never find his place in a crowd either. Solitude is the lab where you meet your shadow self, befriend it, and master it. We run into crowds to fill our emptiness with other people's presence, but the truth is, that emptiness never fills. When I embraced solitude, I realized that the shadow I was running from was a part of me. The world ignores you when you're alone because they fear the power that is born in solitude. Marcus Aurelius said, "The universe is what your mind makes of it." And solitude is the place where you rebuild your mind. Think about it. When you're in noise, your mind runs. On other people's agendas, you have no thought of your own, no vision. When I was in noise, there was nothing of mine in my mind. Other people's choices, other people's decisions, I had disappeared. But when I chose silence, vision was born. The people who call you arrogant are actually afraid of your independence. They're afraid that once you recognize your power, you'll be out of their control. You'll have your own opinions, your own priorities, and most of all, you won't need them. That independence is what pushes people away from you, but it's also what makes you a leader. Have you ever sat in solitude? If not, today, just put your phone aside for 20 minutes and sit by your window. It will feel strange, maybe boring, but it's after that boredom that vision is born. A lion hunts alone, sheep always move in a herd. The choice is yours. Do you want to be part of the herd or the king of your own world? When you prioritize yourself and set boundaries, people will call you arrogant. They'll say, "You've changed. You don't give us time." But do you really care? That's the small price of your success. Your aloneness is not your weakness, it's your fortress. Inside that fortress, you are the master of your will. The day you turn your wounds into your strength, the day you learn the art of enjoying your solitude, that same loneliness will stop being loneliness and become your peace. Then, you won't be needy. You'll become a gift that people will crave. You won't be dependent anymore. You'll be complete. So, are you ready? If you're tired of making others happy, start this journey of meeting yourself. Today, here we uncover the secrets the world hides from you. Subscribe now and recognize the power you were born with. Remember, you are not alone. You are just getting closer to yourself. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself.